He has scored 4 points. He is shooting 1 of 16 from the field, 0 for 7 from three-point range. How are you doing him favors? We know that he's not ready yet.
November 15th, 2025 is not some distant memory anymore. It happened just a few months ago, and people in Milwaukee still remember it clearly. The Los Angeles Lakers started Bronny James in a game that actually mattered. 10 minutes later, he walked off the court with 0 points, 0 made shots, and a stat line that told a loud story. This kid was not ready.
I think he should be in the G League. He's not ready to play in the NBA right now.
At the same time, on a completely different stage, Keon Anthony was lighting up Peach Jam with 40-point performances, stepping into Syracuse carrying his father's name, but backing it up with real production. No shortcuts, no special treatment. Just buckets and pressure handled the right way.
Skilled, smooth scorer, high volume shot taker and maker, plays with an aggressive scoring mentality and is constantly hunting buckets. He's had the ultimate green light, particularly in the EYBL, so he has a tendency to settle for tough shots at times, but there are a few players in high school basketball better equipped to make shots with such high degrees of difficulties. He's got pull-ups, step backs, floaters, deep threes, all with a natural soft touch and instinctive feel for putting the ball in the basket. His footwork and jab series are as advanced as you'd expect, and he's also become very adept at coming off of ball screens.
So let's stop dancing around it and ask the uncomfortable question nobody wants to say out loud. Is Bronny James even more overrated than Keon Anthony? And if this whole situation feels messy, is it really on LeBron? Stephen A. Smith believes it is. And after what happened last November, that take doesn't sound so wild anymore.
Pleading with LeBron James as a father, stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad.
Here's what went down. With LeBron James, Marcus Smart, and Rui Hachimura all sidelined, J.J. Redick made the call to start Bronny against the Milwaukee Bucks. It was only his second career start, but this one actually meant something. The outcome? Rough from the jump. Bronny logged just 10 minutes, fewer than 3 guys off the bench. He shot 0 for 2 from the field, both attempts from deep. He ended the night with 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a -6 rating. The Lakers won 119-95, but his impact was hard to ignore for the wrong reasons.
Love what we're seeing from him in the G League, because that's where you belong. As you hone your skills and you get better, and you legitimately earn, which I believe he has the potential to do. I am rooting for Bronny James. It would be cruel to root against him. He's a wonderful kid. I wish him nothing but the best. But he's LeBron James' son, and everybody knows what attention that brings.
After the game, J.J. Redick didn't sugarcoat it. The Bucks' defense sagged off Bronny all night, barely respecting him on the perimeter. They treated him like he wasn't a scoring threat. That kind of spacing issue doesn't just sit quietly, it clogs the whole offense. And this wasn't some one-night fluke. Coming into that matchup, Bronny was averaging 2.3 points and 1.9 assists in just over 12 minutes per game. He was shooting 29.2% from the field and 25% from 3. Those numbers don't scream rotation player, they barely whisper development project.
Anthony pull-up jumper. Did not many threats. Way outside, Anthony, yes sir. The 2-3 zone. Anthony, he loves it from that spot. Advantage of that. Oh, what a hit fake. Anthony in and 1.
Still, there he was in an NBA starting lineup wearing a Lakers jersey with James on the back. Stephen A. Smith hasn't let it slide. The tension exploded back on March 6th, 2025, during a Lakers-Knicks game when LeBron approached him courtside during a timeout. Cameras caught everything. The moment went viral fast. According to Smith, LeBron told him to stop effing with my son. But the very next day on First Take, Smith responded directly, "I wasn't talking about Bronny, I was talking about him." That line hit hard.
It's a lot of pressure, bro. It's a lot of pressure. And as a father, you can tell your children how much and what they're going to be faced up against, but sooner or later, you got to.
Smith's argument has always been blunt. He believes Bronny is in the NBA because of his father's influence. He pointed to the timeline. At USC, Bronny averaged 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists. In 2023, he experienced a cardiac arrest before his freshman season, a serious health situation that understandably affected his development. His lone college year didn't look NBA ready on paper. Yet in 2024, the Lakers selected him with the 55th pick. Why? LeBron had publicly said he wanted to share the court with his son. That dream became a headline, a storyline, a moment built for cameras.
In USC and Syracuse, I just want to thank both of the coaching staffs for recruiting me and going on a visit to Syracuse and USC, which are
Both were.
On his podcast, Stephen A. didn't hold back. I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it, and in this particular instance as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And once those words were out there, this debate stopped being quiet and turned into something much bigger. Here's where it got even more tense. Stephen A. Smith said that confrontation with LeBron didn't feel random at all. He broke it down like this: there's no way that you're in an arena, you're LeBron James, and the only angle that somebody sees is a straight-up shot of you getting in my face. He followed that up with, damn right, I felt set up. That wasn't subtle. When he was later asked if he and LeBron had patched things up, Smith didn't hesitate. I don't like him, he said plainly. The relationship is done. That's not media drama. That's personal now. And Stephen A.'s core point hasn't changed. He believes LeBron turned Bronny's NBA journey into a storyline he helped manufacture instead of letting it unfold naturally. In his view, this wasn't organic discovery. It was strategic positioning. Now flip the page and look at Carmelo Anthony and his son, Keon. Back in 2002 to 2003, Carmelo Anthony stepped onto the Syracuse campus as a freshman and immediately took over college basketball. He averaged 22.2 points and 10 rebounds per game. He ranked 16th in the nation in scoring, 4th in the Big East, and led all Division I freshmen in rebounding. That's not hype, that's production. But numbers alone don't capture what he did. Melo led Syracuse to a 30-5 record and the school's first national championship. In the Final Four against Texas, he exploded for 33 points on 12 of 19 shooting, grabbed 14 boards, and added 3 steals. Then in the title game against Kansas, he posted 20 points and 10 rebounds as Syracuse won 81-78. He was named the NCAA tournament's most outstanding player. As a freshman, Jim Boeheim, who had coached for decades before that run, called him by far the best player in college basketball. After one season, Melo declared for the draft and went 3rd overall in 2003. His NBA resume: 28,289 career points, 10th all-time. 10 All-Star selections, 6 All-NBA honors, named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. 3 Olympic gold medals in 2008, 2012, and 2016, plus a bronze in 2004. The most decorated male basketball Olympian in U.S. history. Yes, he never won an NBA title. Critics love pointing at that. But college champion, Olympic legend, one of the most gifted scorers the game has ever seen. That legacy stands strong. In 2007, Melo gave $3 million to Syracuse to help build a new basketball practice facility. Today it's called the Carmelo K. Anthony Basketball Center. His number 15 jersey hangs in the rafters. His name is on the building. That's legacy cemented in brick and banners. Now here comes Keon Anthony, and he's not leaning on that history. He's carving his own lane on the Nike EEYBL circuit. Keon averaged 19.6 points and 4.6 rebounds per game for Team Melo. He scored 25 or more in 4 of 15 games against elite AAU competition. Then came Nike Peach Jam, and that's when people really started paying attention. Across 8 games, he averaged 21.8 points while shooting 37.3% from 3. Then he detonated for 40 points against the Mac Irvin Fire, going 15 of 19 from the field and 5 of 6 from deep, 40 points, on elite efficiency against top-tier talent. That's loud. Scouts describe him as a smooth, skilled scorer. Step-backs, pull-ups, floaters, deep threes. Not just Carmelo's son, a real bucket-getter in his own right. At the NBAPulse Top 100 camp in Orlando, Keon led all campers in scoring at 28.5 points per game over 8 games. In one matchup, he dropped 42 points on 15 of 28 shooting, hitting 4 of 9 from 3. That's not a storyline being pushed. That's film speaking for itself. He's a 6'5" shooting guard ranked number 36 in the ESPN 100, putting in work at every stop. When he committed to Syracuse on November 15, 2024, during his father's 7 p.m. event in Brooklyn, it felt natural, full circle, earned. That's the contrast. Keon isn't chasing his father's shadow. He's building his own spotlight. Every offer, every ranking, every bucket, earned through performance. And when you line that up next to what we've seen from Bronny, 0-point starts, tiny box scores, defensive schemes daring him to shoot, the difference feels impossible to ignore. His entire resume is tied to his last name, not his production. His road to the NBA wasn't built on dominant numbers or can't-miss performances. It was pushed forward by influence. LeBron publicly said he wanted to share the court with his son, and it happened. Stephen A. Smith has been clear about that. In his words, this turned Bronny's NBA path into a storyline LeBron engineered, not something the league naturally uncovered. Now, every rough night, every 0-point outing doesn't just land on Bronny. It circles right back to LeBron. Because once you create the spotlight, you can't complain about the heat. Instead of letting Bronny's game speak first, the moment was rushed. Compare that to Carmelo and Keon. Melo stayed low-key. He let Keon grind. He let him cook on the AAU circuit. He let the numbers and highlights build the buzz the right way. Stephen A. even said this was the one time LeBron should have been mellow. Let the results talk. Let the process breathe. And now look at Keon walking into Syracuse with real work behind him. He's not there because his dad willed it into existence. He's there because he earned it bucket by bucket. The debate around both players is loud and relentless. For Bronny, the criticism has been brutal. One Lakers fan tweeted, "As a Laker fan, dude is garbage and wasting a roster spot." Another posted, "That is why he belongs in the G League." Even his G League production, 18.6 points, 4.8 assists, and 4.6 rebounds over 18 games, hasn't exactly demanded a promotion. When he does get NBA minutes, he often looks hesitant, overmatched, unsure when to pull the trigger. That hesitation stands out on a stage this big. His defenders argue he needs time. They remind everyone he went through a serious cardiac event in 2023. They say the pressure of playing alongside his father is something no young player has faced before. That's fair context. But the bottom line in the NBA is performance. Right now, the numbers just aren't matching the opportunity. And yes, Keon has critics too. Some say he only gets attention because of the Anthony name. Others claim Syracuse isn't what it once was, that following Melo's footsteps is an impossible wait. But here's the difference. Keon's supporters have receipts. Carter Elliott, a college hoops analyst at Bleacher Report, said, "Keon obviously being of the Carmelo Anthony family tree has scoring in his blood, but he has improved greatly." Elliott pointed to Keon's stronger frame, his expanded role at Long Island Lutheran, and his dominance on the AAU circuit. He added, "He just has that natural ability to score the basketball, and Syracuse is going to be a fun team to watch this year." That's analysis built on film and stats, not just family ties. Keon's defenders can point to real scoring bursts, real camp dominance, real ranking data. Bronny's defenders mostly lean on patience and potential, and that gap is what fuels this entire debate. So is Bronny James more overrated than Keon Anthony? Here's the straight answer. Keon Anthony isn't overrated at all. His top 40 ranking is tied to production, strong peach jam averages, efficient shooting, consistent camp performances. That's how prospects are supposed to rise. Bronny, on the other hand, faces the harsh label of being overrated because the resume hasn't matched the platform. He's in the NBA at 19, playing minutes many young players fight years to earn. His stats haven't justified a steady rotation spot. His performances haven't locked down trust. And when he was inserted into a meaningful game last November and finished scoreless, it reinforced what critics had been saying all along. LeBron wanted the father-son moment on an NBA floor. That dream became reality. But it also placed Bronny under a microscope few rookies ever experience. Instead of easing into development, he's navigating scrutiny from day one. That kind of pressure can crush confidence fast. Melo handled it differently. He allowed Keon to grow without forcing a spotlight too early. Now, as Keon steps onto the court at the Carmelo K. Anthony Basketball Center, he'll be chasing his own story, not living inside someone else's narrative. The Lakers starting Bronny in a meaningful game last November only to see him finish with 0 points was a tough visual, and a lot of people felt it coming before tip-off. That's what made it sting even more. Here's the bottom line. Bronny James is in the NBA largely because LeBron James has the influence to open doors. His 0-point start against Milwaukee strengthened that perception. He may grow into the role one day. He's still young. But right now, the opportunity came before the resume. Keon Anthony is heading into Syracuse because he dominated the AAU circuit, averaged over 21 points at Peach Jam, and showed he's more than just a famous last name. His shot was earned the traditional way. Stephen A. Smith believes the backlash shouldn't land on Bronny. In his view, it belongs on the father who accelerated the timeline. That's the heart of this entire storm. So now it's your turn. Was LeBron wrong for pushing the moment early? Will Bronny eventually silence the critics? And can Keon live up to the Syracuse legacy waiting for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you want more straight-up basketball breakdowns. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We've got more heat coming your way.